Hey Wolfpack, I'm Mary Bristol Schneider and this is PackTV News. On Monday, the women's lacrosse team played Raleigh Heat. Will Osman was at the game and can tell us what happened.
Hey, how's it going, Wolfpack fans? Will Osman here, coming at you live from Lower Method Field. It's a cold Monday night here at NC State, and we have the women's club lacrosse team taking on the Carolina Heat. It should be a good game. This game was a very good offensive battle. Both teams putting in lots of goals in the back of the net. And even though we only had one goalkeeper because we had to play with a fitted net, both teams still looked great. NC State really had good counterattacks to be able to put some into the back of the net, and they were better off in the second half than the first half. The weather could have been a big factor of that because it was pretty cold out there tonight, but I believe that the NC State Club women's lacrosse team could be ready for any competitions coming forward as long as they continue with their great and successful counterattacks. Hey, how's it going, guys? Will Osman here, back at Lower Method Field with the Carolina Heat versus women's club lacrosse team here at NC State. Unfortunately, the Carolina Heat took the win over the NC State women's lacrosse team, and so tune in next time with us, and as always, go Pack.
Wednesday, the women's basketball team played NC-A&T. Holden Ray can tell us how the game went.
What's up, Wolfpack Nation? I'm Holden Ray with PackTV News. We're officially back in action here at Reynolds Coliseum on Chaos Court with our 14-ranked NC State women's basketball team. The court's being cleared behind me as we get ready to play and hopefully defeat North Carolina A&T. Stay tuned for the action.
The Wolfpack women's basketball team started off the year strong and did not disappoint. Number 11, Jakia Brown, and number 25, Kayla Jones, led the pack by each scoring a total of 14 points. Number 33, Elisa Cunane, also had a great game, bringing a total of 9 points to the table. And number 40, Katie Wadsworth, had the Wolfpack fans loud on their feet after shooting a standout three. The team throws their Wolfies up, celebrating the first win of the season.
That concludes the first game of the 2019-2020 season. It came to a victorious conclusion as your number 14 ranked Wolfpack defeated the North Carolina Aggies with the final score of 80-44. Catch the ladies back in action this Sunday at 2 p.m. as we look forward to keep the momentum going and host UNCW's Seahawks. I'm Holden Ray with PackTV, bringing you inside the pack.
On Friday, the women's lacrosse team played UNC here in Raleigh. Lily Spence was the dominating team to a 16-5 victory. Saturday, the men's rugby team played Salisbury State in a playoff game. State won 24-15 and are going to nationals again. This will be the fourth year in a row that they have gone to nationals and the first time that they have qualified for D1 nationals. Sunday, the flag football team played UNC, also here in Raleigh. Connor McManison was a key player for the pack, scoring multiple touchdowns. NC State came out on top with a final score of 40-14. Also on Sunday, the women's basketball team played UNCW. Elizabeth Stone can tell us what happened.
Today, your Lady Wolfpack take on the UNCW Seahawks. I'm Elizabeth with PackTV, bringing you into the pack. The Wolfpack women's basketball team started off with a strong lead in the first quarter. They continued to keep the lead with multiple three-point shots. They had a strong defense as well as offense the entire game. The Seahawks also took multiple three-pointers, but that was not enough for them to come back against the pack. It wasn't UNCW's strongest game, and the Wolfpack were able to capitalize on that. Sophomore Cunane, number 33 for the Wolfpack, was the lead scorer. Your Lady Wolfpack ended up finishing out strong. This game against the Seahawks added to Coach Moore's total of 700 career wins. The Wolfpack women's basketball team beat the Seahawks with a score of 80-40. I'm Elizabeth with PackTV, bringing you into the pack.
And finally, we had a pool Battleship game at Carmichael Gymnasium. Leah Bruce was there and can tell us about it.
What's up, Wolfpack fans? I'm Leah Bruce from PackTV News here at Carmichael Pool, where two of your NC State intramural teams will go head-to-head in a game of pool Battleship. Stay tuned for the highlights. Here at Carmichael Pool, the NC State intramural teams competed in a game of pool Battleship. With a total of 3 teams and 3 canoes, each team was comprised of 2 to 3 participants in each ship. The objective of pool Battleship is to sink the opponent's canoes as quickly as possible while staying afloat on your own. The only items team members are allowed to use are their hands and buckets to maneuver around. As you can see, participants use the buckets to pour water into their opponents as quickly and precisely as possible. Once the canoe sinks and team members bail out, they are eliminated from the heat. Participants are not allowed to use the buckets to empty water out from its canoe, and they must remain seated at all times. With NC State Rec and Wellness members holding the canoes together in a triangle, the teams aren't given much freedom to escape the buckets full of water. The Goodnight Scholars were today's winners after a total of 6 ships were sunk in 3 heats. With a total of 6 sunken ships in today's match, the Goodnight Scholars came out on top in Pool Battleship. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Leah Bruce from PackTV, bringing you Into the Pack.
I'm Mary Bristol Schneider, and this has been PackTV News, sponsored by University Transportation, bringing you Into the Pack. See you next week.